Hello everybody, my name is Satria, and for today's videos I want to talk about Swift programming language. Well, Swift programming language is uh is the result of the latest research on programming, combined with decades of experience building Apple platforms. Well, it named parameters in a clean syntax that makes APIs in Swift are very easy to read and maintain. Well, even better, you don't even need to type semicolons. And infrared types make code cleaner and less prone to mistakes for programmers, while modules eliminate headers and provide more namespace. To best support international language and emoji, strings are Unicode correct and use UTF-8 based encoding to optimize performance for a lot of wide variety of cases. Well, for the memories, Swift memory is very managed to technically uh, like a reference counting that uh, keeping memory usage to bare minimum without like an overhead of garbage collections. Well, Swift have many features to make your code expressive, and for us programmers is this Swift is very beautiful language and very easy to learn for beginners because it eliminates the unsafe code that is wrong and tell programmers that what code that is been mistake. And one of the features that Swift have that is generics that are powerful and simple to use. It's very simple to use the language. And second, that is protocol extensions that make writing generic code even easier. And first class functions and a lightweight closer to syntax and fast and constant iterations over range or collections, and tuples and multiple return values and struct that support methods and extensions and protocols are very easy. Well, that's the future that I know, and I know that uh, Apple very prioritizing as at safety and very known as their safety, like their MacBook. They have like the antivirus in the MacBook, and it's because of the Swift language, because it's designed for safety. Swift language is designed for safety because Swift eliminates entire class of unsafe code that, like what I said, uh, variables are always initialized before use, arrays and integers are checked before are checked for overload, and memory is very actively managed like the yeah, so there will no overheat, and an enforcement of the exclusive access to memory guards against many programming mistakes. Syntax is turned to make it easier to define your intent. For example, simple three-character keywords define like var or constant like lat, and Swift heavily leverage value types, especially for like commonly used types like arrays and dictionaries. Well, this means that there is when you make a copy of something with that type, you know it won't modified elsewhere, right? So another safety features that is on Swift, uh, that by default Swift objects can never be nil. In fact, Swift compiler will stop you from trying to make or use a nil object with compile time error. This makes writing code much cleaner and safer, and prevent a huge category of runtime crash in your apps. However, there's a case where nil is valid and appropriate, no, no, appropriate for like some situations like Swift has innovative features known like optionals, yeah, optional, like uh, some may contain nil, but Swift syntax force you to safely deal with it using the question mark, like a emotes, like question mark syntax to indicate to the compiler view understand the behavior and will handle it safely. Well, the thing is, Swift is fast and powerful language. Why? Because every parameters that is on Swift uh, code like lat or var, name, var class ID, and the structure for Swift language are very powerful. That is can ensure the safety of your program. Because of that, Apple known as the most antivirus Mac and gadgets and iOS. And as always, Swift is very great first language for a programmer. Swift can open doors to the world of coding for programmers. In fact, it was designed to be anyone's first programming language, whether you're still in school, like me, or exploring new career paths for educators. The good thing is that is Apple create a free cycle to teach Swift both in and out of the classroom first time coders and can download Swift Playgrounds, an app an app for iPad that makes getting started with Swift code interactive and fun. Because of that, Swift is a very good first language for beginners programmer. And there is a thing called that Objective C. Yeah, Objective C, that you can create an entirely new applications with Swift or begin using Swift code to implement new features and functionality in your app, and Swift code coexists alongside your existing Objective-C files in the same project with full access to your Objective-C AP, with making it easy to adopt. So you don't need to worry using Swift language because it's already very safety, I assure you, and it's very good for beginners. Well, I guess that's it. I do not know what to say. I'm sorry if I made a mistake. Um, Mr. I cannot share screen. I cannot share screen and presentate using a screen. I'm very sorry. And thank you for staying by and listening. And see you. Bye.